Yo, what's up? Economic system has everybody feeling down, man. I notice when I'm walking around, driving around to different places, people are always like, kind of like in a depressive mode, especially here in the West Coast in California. Majority of people are just, out of it. I was talking with my wife. We were having lunch, and we were at a restaurant that about 5-10 years ago would have had at least like maybe 20, 30 different people in there. And we were the only people. It was only 2 people. And you could just see the destruction of what's going on in our, system today. And, people are just not the same. After the 2020 pandemic, people are, just not doing much anymore. Like I said, you just, go out to different places and, you may find yourself like the only people there. And it's pretty crazy right now. Also see like, different, fast food restaurants, like Carl's Jr., Burger King, this, that, and the third. And it's like maybe 1-2 cars at a time. You remember when at one point it was like packed out, like all drive-thrus were packed out and you just couldn't like get through the drive-thru fast enough. But now it's not. It's just, 1 or 2 cars. People are not spending, and I'm not encouraging to eat at these fast food restaurants. That's not what I'm saying. The point that I'm making is that people are just not routinely going and doing different things like they used to. And one of the main reasons are inflation, tariffs, stagflation, funflation, all the non-necessary advocates as to why people aren't spending money like they used to, right? So most people are just doing things at home, and then you got, the ICE situation. I heard that, that they got people doing, different tasks for certain families because they scared to come out and live their life. So they got people, paying people to do the work for them on the outside of their place of living. And when I heard that, I was like, man, that's pretty sad, And I just want people to recognize, like, our society is on the decline, and it's not necessarily getting better. And you could tell by all these small signs of different things. And it's crazy. You see people getting, laid off, with the jobless claims are up. And it's just wild right now, man. But, like I said, the point that I'm making is that most people are not doing what they used to do, pre-2020 up until today. You want to get together with, friends and family. It ain't really popping like it was, Some families may be still, getting together here and there, but majority of people rather just, stay in, be kind of introverted, even if they was, extroverts. Also people with like big families, 4 to 5 people to a household, man. Stepping outside of your household that you're gonna automatically spend at least $100 depending on the size of your household. If you are a single bachelor or whatever, yeah, you may step out, but you still gonna pay like at least $30-40 stepping outside that house. I'm not messing around. Go look at your bank account. Go look at your account. I guarantee you that when you look at your account, you'll be like, damn, I just spent $50 and I just walked. All I did was get into my car and go to one place. And that's not even totaling out the full day, right? And like I said, that's where we headed right now, man. That's where we're at. It's just not the same. Like I said, people are just, sad looking, man. Like they just are, even if they are out, they're not really enjoying themselves, And like I said, it's the way the economy is running right now. And we hope for a change, but it's not going to happen, but probably wonder, like, well, what solution do you have? Shit, I say you guys stop paying for certain shit, right? Hit these corporations, these mega corporations, in the pockets, so that way they see that we mean business. Because if not, they'll just keep taking advantage of the average person. Remember, this country is built off of capitalism, and they'll capitalize on the weak. And as the average American, we'll just keep letting it happen. We'll pretend like we never seen it. We'll pretend like it never happened, and we'll just keep getting stepped on over and over and over again. So until we realize that, it'll keep happening, and inflation will continue to go up. They'll continue to take our money via taxes and utilize it in the fashion that they want to utilize it in, which we know is not going to nothing to help benefit us. So it's just crazy, man. Hopefully you guys see this. I am right now getting ready to go and boxing train right now. And, just one way for me to like let off my, aggression, and things like that. I wouldn't say like depression or anything like that, because I don't think that I'm depressed, but I do have a lot of, anger and rage at times, and the best part about it is I get to use it, for boxing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I appreciate you guys taking a listen. And like I said, if my thoughts align with your thoughts, like and subscribe. This is the voice of the people, and I'm out.